Hello, I'm the Mushoku Tensei Minecraft mod creator, and I'm going to be giving a quick showcase on some of the features that I've reworked or added in this latest update. So the first rework that I would like to show off is the new casting system. Before, you would press a key and it would open up a text window, and you would then type into it to cast your spell. I didn't like that. It felt too clunky, but I couldn't quite figure out what to replace it with until recently, where Helldivers 2 came out and it gave me the idea to just use an arrow system. So now, when you hold Shift and Control at the same time, 4 arrows appear at the top of your screen, and then you press WASD for, up, left, down, and right to enter a combination for the spell. Beginner level spells start at 3 arrows, and as the levels go up, they become more complicated in the amount of arrows that you need. But for example, an elementary spell, Water Arrow, is left, right, right. Now, as you can see, it says Water Arrow at the top of my screen, and I can even let go of the casting keys and walk around with my spell already. And to actually cast the spell, I need to press tab, and it shoots it. Pretty simple. Because I have changed the casting system, I have also changed the way the spellbook works a little bit. So now, when you right-click with the spellbook in your hand, it brings up a few categories of spells, just the elements, pretty much. And it also shows the name of the spell as well as its new arrow combination. However, it only shows at first the elementary level spells. In order to unlock more pages, you've got to go and find the different tomes that generate in some different structures throughout the world. I have also changed the way the magic circle system works. So now, you craft a piece of chalk, and if you look straight down at the ground, it will make a little circle thing. And it has a little red notch that points to the north. You got to configure yourself to face north. And if you want to make a magic circle, you now must make the combination of arrows that matches the spell. So, for example, the wind elementary spell Blast would simply be up, up, up. You have to make the arrows point to the next arrow in the spell. Once you have it all laid out on the ground, just simply right-click the circle, and a little thing appears. And it has the name of the spell, its combination, and whether or not it's readied up. Now, for a spell to actually be casted out of the circle, you must place a magic stone of the same type of spell. So because this is an elementary level spell, I must place an elementary magic stone into the magic circle. To ready it up, I can either, ready it up with this button here, or I can shift click it on the outside. I can also shift click it to disable it. Once I step onto the magic circle, when it's readied up and it has a stone into it, when I press it, it casts the spell. That spell, Blast, just launches you. So when I step on it like that, it launches me into the air. And yeah. When starting off a magic circle, you must place the first arrow in the direction of the magic circle. So, for example, an up arrow must start to the north of the circle, a right arrow to the east, a down arrow to the south, and a left arrow to the west. Now, the arrows after the first arrow must always be placed where the first arrow is pointing. What I mean by this is, if you have an up arrow placed down, for example, and you want to place a left arrow after that, instead of placing the arrow to the left of the up arrow, it must be where the up arrow is pointing. For this example, it's right here. And that's the case with every arrow. So for this left arrow, if I wanted to place another up arrow after that, it would be here, because it's pointing here, and it wouldn't be above it. It would be where the arrow is pointing. when placing down a spell, this is a common scenario that you will run into. Arrows pointing towards each other. Now, what to do in this situation is quite simple. Because arrows must point to the next arrow in the pattern, you must place the next arrow on the other side of this one. Because this arrow is still pointing at that arrow, it works. However, there's one more thing you must do before you solidify this as a magic circle. Every arrow that this arrow passes through to reach this one, you must be right-clicked. So this would be the valid pattern for up, left, right, right. Here is another example of arrows facing towards each other. In this example, the pattern is currently up, 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 down. So 3 ups and then a down. The next arrow that I want to place must be over here. Because this arrow is pointing towards it, it works. However, every arrow that it passes through to get here must be right-clicked. So in this scenario, it would be up, 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 down, left. However, when placing a circle, you must start from and include a ring. The ring, just like the arrows, can be passed through during a loop like this. So I would place the arrow, the next arrow in the sequence, here, just past the ring where this arrow is facing. However, when a ring is passed through, you do not right-click it. That it is the exception, because right-clicking will solidify this into a magic circle. As you can see, the pattern is up, up, down, left. The one that we just placed down. Up, 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 down, left. This would be the same as this. Let's do a few practical examples. So the spell Water Arrow, its combination would be left, right, right. In order to draw this circle, I would need to start with a ring, place a left arrow to the left of the ring, and then place my right arrow, right-click this one, and then place my right arrow on the other side. So this is left, right, right. Water Arrow. Another example would be Ice Smash. This one is left, right, up. So we place our ring, place our left arrow, our right arrow, and then our up arrow. Now that we have a magic circle, we need magic stones in order to power them. The ways to get basic magic stones is to mine magic ore, or to pick it up from a mob drop. Most mobs have a small chance of dropping it. Now, in order to get more advanced magic stones, we need to go into the book under the magic circle section and create a sort of big magic circle like this. Now, depending on what stone you're starting with will change which section you need to look at. Let's say we start with elementary level stones. As you can see under the elementary section, there are 2 different spells. There's Upgrade and Upgrade Center. This is an example of an upgrade circle. You have 4 upgrade elementary circles surrounding 1 upgrade center circle. Let's give an example of drawing that out. So an upgrade circle would be up, left, down. So you start with the ring, place an up, a left, and then a down. And then you right-click that circle, and we have an upgrade of the elementary circle. Left. Then we place the next one, up, left, down, up, left, down, and then finally up, left, down. 4 upgrade circles. And then in the center, we place the upgrade center circle right here. That one is up, up, down, left. Up, up, down, left. Like so. Now that we have the magic circles placed down, we must place a elementary level stone in each magic circle that we've placed down, including the center one. Now that we've placed stones in all 5 circles, the 4 upgrades surrounding the center, we must toggle them all on, and then step on this circle to activate it. Now you'll see the elementary stones on the outside circles have disappeared, and in the center one, we now see an intermediate stone. We have turned 5 elementary stones into 1 intermediate stone. This layout of 4 upgrades surrounding the upgrade center in a sort of this formation is the same layout for every level of stone upgrading. Every single one you'll place in this layout. Now that we have magic stones, we can place them into the magic circle, turn on the circle, and then step on it, and our spell will be cast at the cost of the magic stone. No mana cost for us. But we can also place a piece of paper into the magic circle, and when we pull it out, it will cost mana equal to the level of the spell, and it will give us a scroll. And when we right-click with the scroll, it casts the spell at no mana cost, as well as destroying itself. So magic circles can also inscribe scrolls, and their main use is not having to spend mana on the time of use, only when you're actually making it. Another way of making scrolls is by making an item called the ink and quill, which we have here. Now, when you right-click with the ink and quill in your hand and place paper into the center of its UI here, and then input a valid combination and press print, it prints the scroll for you just like how a magic circle would. So it burns mana at the time of cost, at the time of printing, I should say, and gives you a scroll. Another system that I've changed is the way staves and wands work. Now, by simply holding them and casting a spell, it will amplify the spell by an amount that's dependent on which staff or wand that you're holding. For example, the one that I'm holding right now, Aqua Hardia, amplifies the spell by 3 at no extra cost. But what you can also do is shift right-click with them, and it brings up a menu here where you can insert a stone. Now, if you take a stone out of a magic circle, you will see that they are now inscribed with the name of the spell that was in the circle. So if you insert that stone into the staff, you can now right-click with the staff to quickly cast the spell. That covers most of the big changes I made with the mod. However, if you have any questions, or maybe I wasn't clear on something, or any new ideas you want to suggest, I have a Discord that I've recently made for this mod, and I would love to hear your ideas. Thank you guys very much.